And here's what pisses me off. Just look at what we can get done if the 1% cared about it. Like, look at what we can get done. We got all these issues that we can't move a muscle on. The country's divided. We got all this stuff that'll never move one step forward in progress, and still the world is literally on fire out there. But you can galvanize enough important people to get these sidewalks clear. Like,
well,
get the fuck out of here.
Well,
bro.
And I guarantee the sidewalk issue has to do with LBG.
It's
something they have a festival and there's something on there that
you were a
gay
victim
rights.
of them wanting something off and not wanting to explain they want that specific thing off. So now they got to wipe out all of it.
Yeah,
that's like one person messing it up for the group, right?
Well, it's like, in what we're talking about, that, and it's that thing of stifling creativity based on a few people going, I don't like it. It makes me nervous. You know what I mean? Doesn't make me feel good.
A few important people.
Yeah,
there are people that can say that and no changes will be made. Trust me.
Right. Oh, I know. And the thing is, if people have never experienced, go to one of the Eastern European countries like Budapest or Prague that used to be communist. That for decades was under that communist rule. And look around and you can so see the buildings that were built during that time and the buildings that were built either before or after, because the buildings that were built under that communist rule have they are bland, cut and dry, no artistic, nothing about functional. They're functional, and that's that. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Because that doesn't make anybody nervous.
Doesn't make nobody nervous.
Doesn't make anybody nervous.
But I feel like they can set liberties when they want to. For example, I was in Iceland, and Iceland has a rainbow road that leads to their oldest church.
Right.
And I'm just like, if they can do that... the people in that church was mad as shit. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they were like, bro, it's a road. Calm your face down. Like, that's a lot. Like, you about to make us repaint this road because you're uncomfortable. And this is like respectable. This is the church. It's very beautiful too. It has these weird, like, eclectic layers to it, and it goes up, and each stanchion is a little bit longer than the one before it. So it has this kind of like a peak, like a triangle. Like, it's a very beautiful church. You can tell it's old, right? And it's just so hilarious to see a rainbow road.
There was the rainbow road, something that had to do with the gay rights or something.
I would assume,
but you don't know.
I don't know.
It could just be a rainbow.
It's Iceland.
It could just be pretty.
I don't know. I will tell you this. Yeah. I didn't see any extremely pissed off people about it.
Yeah, no.
I didn't see nobody protesting.
It's a rainbow. I didn't know nothing about a rainbow for the longest time. I tell you a funny story with that. There was a comic, God rest his soul, Brian Bradley, and I didn't know nothing about the rainbows and that shit. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even know Brian was gay for the first several years I knew him, because he doesn't do anything in his mannerisms that says that about him.
Other than sucking dick.
Yeah, which he doesn't do in public. As far as, or at least I know of.
I didn't know him, so I didn't know how he got down.
But Brian, but a great guy, and but he was the one that turned me onto the rainbow thing by accident. When he first told me he was gay, I was like, okay. I never caught that, And Pam goes, and my wife's like, you didn't know Brian was gay? I said, no. She goes, well, fuck, you're the last. I go, well, I don't know. Whatever, fuck. I'm not concerned with shit like that one way or the other anyway. And and then shortly after that, I knew he was. We were sitting in the back of the comedy club and waiting for the people being seated, and he looks at me and he goes, is it my gaydar kicking in, or are there a bunch of Dorothys on the front row? And I said, Brian, I'm happy to say I don't know what the fuck you are talking about.
I probably said
and he goes, Dorothys, man. He goes, it's a slang. He said, it's a thing in the gay community. That a big part of the gay community is very much into the Wizard of Oz. Okay. And
the straight girl who has a lot of gay friends.
Whatever, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, and Dorothy's, And I said, oh, okay, whatever. I said, I don't know. But anyway.
Claiming classic
Later, I don't know, several weeks later, I go to the mailbox, and there's an envelope, and return address is Brian. I'm like, what the fuck is he sending me something? And I open it up, and it's a bumper sticker that it's just a rainbow, right? And underneath, in the little bottom part of the elbow of the rainbow, it says FOD, FOD, Friends of Dorothy.
Really?
Yes. So that was the first time I ever connected the rainbow to the gay community or whatever,
Now you can't like Wizard of Oz now. That's all that's.
Oh, yeah. I follow Yellow Brick Road. Well, we had a Yellow Brick Road. Downstairs, you probably never noticed it, but
no, I 100% noticed it, and when it was gone, I noticed it. In front of McCurdy's, you have this long walkway from the box office to the front door. That's kind of like this cool little yellow brick road thing. Literally a yellow just brick road. No other
just painted.
No
right.
other like it's not anything written. It's just literally yellow bricks.
And the reason it was there is because literally. And you would think it'd be easy from our box office to where you enter, which is is down a sidewalk, straight down a sidewalk from the and it's I don't know, is 100 feet? If it's that, I don't even know if it's that. About 100 feet. And people would get confused. They would be like, well, where is it? And they'd walk down, they'd come back to the box office. Where is it? He goes, it's the end of the fucking sidewalk. Jesus Christ. So I said, we're going to paint a damn yellow brick road from the box office to the entrance. So when people come and go, how do I get there? We go, follow the yellow brick road, just for the fun.
Yeah.
So it is a city sidewalk. So we called the city and we go, can we do it? And they went, sure, you can do it. They said, but it is a city-owned sidewalk. So if at any point in time we got to fix the sidewalk, we got to whatever. I mean, you got to know if you're spending money on that, we might tear it up. So we knew that. We knew that if they decide they want to paint it green, they can paint it green, whatever the fuck they want to do.
Right.
It's their sidewalk. But the fact that they decided to paint over it simply because some weird edict came down from the governor's office, I understand, that all sidewalks could not have anything, on it that was, I don't know, that was creative or pretty or, I mean, I don't know. I'm like, really? We're worried about this?
Have you ever
what the
connected
fuck?
These dots, bro? Like,
I don't know.
So
it seems silly.
Everybody makes fun of Karens, right? Karens, the calling HR, blah, blah, blah person, the Karen lady, right?
Right.
But they are the most powerful people in the country. I guarantee you, it was only 6 Karens that got your yellow brick road painted over. Like that was it. Just it's a couple of Karens who didn't have much else to do but write these letters.
Well, the city commission.
It's so weird.
A couple of commissioners, we were talking one day, and I'll tell you this. I'll give it to. We don't have a mayor here. We have a commission.
Okay.
And so they've opted to do that instead of having a mayor. And so there's 5 commissioners. Now, I'll tell you what, I'd never sat in a city commission meeting, never wanted to, until I moved the club to the downtown proper area. And there were things that came along that I had to go and sit and talk to the commission, right? And of course, they're always thrilled when I'm there because I'm as serious, whatever serious it is, I'm going to fuck around with them.
Right.
I always open every city commission meeting with the same thing. They'll get me up there, and everybody starts giggling as soon as I walk down. They're all so serious, and then they all start to giggle. And I walk in there, and I go, members of the commission, before we get started with our issue today, I just want to say, as I have in the past, it is such a privilege to be in front of the most attractive commission in all the country, and I don't know what you do, all of you, to stay so fit and attractive, but it's almost intimidating sitting here. But now let's get to the issues at hand. And
most powerful homeowners association ever.
Yes, right. But they told me, they said a squeaky wheel gets the grease. They go, think about this, us as commissioners, and you can take this to every level of government, Congress, whatever. You go, an issue, all right, issue comes up, whatever the fuck it is, right? A condo association is pissed off because a sidewalk's painted with flowers, and they don't fucking like it. Okay, and so, but everybody else does. Nobody else got a fucking issue with it. He said, well, okay. Well, what happens is that 5 representatives from the condo association come to the commission meeting, and they are livid. They want this shit out of here, and they're raising hell. Well, there's cameras on our meetings, just like there is C-SPAN, Congress. There's cameras, 24 hours. The whole time we're here, it's cameras. So what happens is nobody who likes it shows up. There might be 5 people, the 5 Karens, as you would say, but the 1,000 sane people nobody shows up at the meeting. Yeah. He goes, now, if I had the 5 people pissed off about it, but had 100 of you people showed up and went, we like it, we think it's great. Now we've got a leg to stand on to go, okay, I hear what you're saying, but, it looks like a majority of people. But when nobody shows up for the other side, and he goes, trust me, it's the pissed off radical people that show the fuck up.
100%.
And the silent majority, as they used to call it back in the 70s, right? They don't show. Yep. He goes, so guess what? When we go against those people, now we look like assholes. Now we look like, no matter how logical it is, because there's nobody else supporting the logical answer.
And nobody's speaking for that. Here's what's funny about the scenario you just said. So in that scenario, I would say you had 1,000 people and 10 of them really care and want that gone. And maybe 10 really like it and want it to stay. But there's 980 people who don't give a fuck. And you're not allowed to be one of those people. That's the problem. Those people getting those people out or getting those people to speak up a little bit is what hinders everything in the world, in my opinion. Like,
you're exactly
not
right.
allowed to not give a fuck.
They are allowed to not give a fuck. The problem is you have to say you don't give a fuck. That's the deal, Mike, is that once again you have these leaders that are making decisions, right? And they're sitting there going, I'm supposed to be working for my constituency, whoever that is, whether it's a city or a county, whatever, or a state or a country, whatever the borders are that voted you in, that are your constituents, you're supposed to be working for them. So if a bunch of them show up with some outright, a very small minority show up with some outrageous fucking thing that radically pissed off about something that they're sitting there going, this in their minds, they're going, this is the fucking stupidest shit. And this is stupid. This is stupid. And they know nobody gives a fuck.
Most people don't care.
But they go, literally, they will go, look, here's what we're going to do. We hear what you're saying. We're going to table this for now because they know it's fucking stupid. That we're going to table this for now, and we're going to give people a chance. We're going to find out what's going on out there, and they'll put it out there. And guess what? Nobody shows up at the next meeting except them fucking radical motherfuckers. The Passionate 5. That's right. The fucking Chicago 5 show up.
People that don't give a forgot about it. They're like, we had what today?
Exactly. I got dinner plans.
And then they look up later like, what happened to the road?
That's right. What happened to the fucking road?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But the only problem with that is, the problem with not giving a fuck is just that when you have the leaders or people who are, with the cameras in their face and the microphones, they have agendas. So it becomes a manipulation. Like reading, like we were talking about earlier, like reading a chessboard. If I say this, I'm going to lean over and say it to these people because I know they're going to like it and they're going to show up to this thing. So if I can get them to show up, I cut this bill down, then my name goes in the national news and now I can be whatever I want to be.
Well,
so it's like, it's like gathering information to use it as it sees fit. So like it kind of gets rid of the person that doesn't give a fuck, or makes them feel bad for not caring about every single issue that there is.
Right. I keep, and it's like we've had some marches and some things over the past 10 or 15 years, we've had some marches out there that were the don't give a fuck people generally, that finally are like, well, this has gone too fucking far. And now I have to give a fuck. I don't want to give a fuck.
Right,
I don't want to do this. I don't want to go out. I'm not French. I don't want to protest. Because the motherfucking French, I tell you what I love about French people. You raise the price of bread a fucking nickel and watch what happens in France. Them son of a bitches will shut the city down.
That movement,
they will fucking do it.
That movement usually starts with the sentence, they did what?
What? They say what?
And then that's when the I don't give a fuck people are like, oh, we got to do something.
Well, that's it. That's it. And it takes a lot for the I don't give a fuck people that go... the middle of the roaders.
Founder, original member of the I don't give a fuck people.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of this.
Middle of the road. Well, it's
not a lot of this stuff.
It is the silent majority. It's most of the people out there that just go, does that really affect me? Does it really? It doesn't really. I know it's stupid. I know it's ridiculous.
And we can believe in the core of the matter. Like a lot of stuff I do believe in, but just not enough to stand on anything and say it out loud. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, for example, I'm a mama's boy. I grew up with manners. My dad taught me. I was very strict. So I'm definitely like, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, whatever you need. And I'm 100%, I'm a comedian. So please, freedom. The more freedom, the better for me. So
yes.
Sure. I will fight for anybody's right to do whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. I don't care whatever you want to do, as long as it's not hurting nobody else. I will literally fight for your right to do that.
Yeah.
But don't ask me to give a fuck though. Like that's a lot. Like that's a lot. I've been taught yes, ma'am, yes, sir. I must say it naturally. It's like breathing. I'm not attacking you. And that's why I feel like you're not allowed to not give a fuck, because you have to do this thing, this side. There may be 3 truths, but if you don't believe this one, then that's your problem.
Well,
it's like, that's a lot, bro.
Obviously, and the thing is, I guess that's what we're seeing currently, not only in this country, we're seeing it in a lot of countries all over the world. We're seeing it is that you have a faction of people that passionately believe that if you're not doing it this way, you're wrong. I mean, you are fucking wrong.
And if you're not doing it wrong, it's just that when you decide that wrong is evil, when you decide that wrong is wrong, it's like, no, I can be wrong and we can still live together. That's fine.
Well, it's exactly right. And if we just go with, let's just take an issue like climate change. Okay. So you got one side that goes, if you're using petroleum in any way, shape, or form, if you're not doing everything in your power to not use petroleum, be it gas, be it a plastic bottle, be it whatever the fuck is made or about petroleum that is polluting this country, you're evil. You're evil. You're an evil motherfucker. And we would like to have a authoritarian government under one party that makes you fucking do that. And then you got the other side that goes, if you won't let me drive a fucking Hummer to this day, I mean a car that gets 5 miles a gallon, if I want to, you know what I mean, and have this and that, then you're evil.
Freedom means I should be able to burn down whatever the fuck I want to burn down.
That's right, and they now want to have an authoritarian government that says that.
Right.
And because, why? If you ask them why, they'll go, I'm right. I'm right. I mean, I saw this whole thing that was pretty wild, whole piece done on how the Christian right has been very methodically working for decades to get the right people voted into power positions. To basically, their whole goal has been to legislate the Bible into the law of the land. Why is that?
I'm an avid Christian.
I am too. I'm a Christian. But you go, and if you ask them why, they'll go, because I'm right. It's right. It's the Bible. It's God's word. Mm-hmm. I go, well, here's the only problem with that. have you noticed how many interpretations of God's word there is out there?
Do you know how many
Christians can't even get along with Christians? I mean, there's Baptists, there's Methodists, there's Episcopalians, there's Presbyterians, there's Catholics. I go, which one gets to make that call? You know, which Christian are you? I go, it's absurd.
And the people that argue for it are usually arguing for the baseline. But then you get into the details, and that's where the haters go. They go to the details. It's like, oh, you believe that God is watching over you, so you must believe that you're going to die and burn in hell if you walk across the street in an area that you're not supposed to walk across the street. It's like, bro, that's a lot, bro. I don't. Well,
it is. The thing is, and I can totally understand where someone comes from that is they're passionate about it, but they're not evil. They're not a bad person. They just believe so. They totally believe that this is Christianity and that's God's word, and of course it's right. Mm-hmm. And I go, yeah, but don't you know that Iran is under a secular government that believes that religion is the right religion, just like you believe yours is the right religion. I mean, in other words, you look at them, you go, do you not see that, just as an example, Iran is under that? It's just not Christianity. It's there.
That's even too deep.
It's terrible.
Because it's like, if you think about most religions, they all have the same baseline. We just argue over whose book is right. Most religions have the same beginning. The beginning of every religion is the same 2 chapters. The same 2 is every religion, and then we branch out from there and we start to fight.
Well, you know, I
really fight.
I was walking through Barnes and Nobles one day, and just looking through, and I looked down, and there was they have all the books for idiots, so and so for it. Yeah. It was Islam for idiots, and I go, that's me. I hear about Islam. I know kind of, sort of about Muslim, but not really. I'm pretty much an idiot about Islam. So I bought the book.
All I know is I like white women and beans.
I know. I don't know. So I bought the book and I read it. And let me tell you what, there was a lot about Islam that I was clueless to. Yeah. And there was
a lot of it you probably lived by on a daily basis. Didn't know it had anything to do with Islam.
Well, of course,
because it's like,
basically it was the fact that if I caught the right thing, the belief is, if you're a good person, the better person you are, the better house you get in heaven. The better person you are, the better your mansion is in heaven. It is about your deeds. It is about your deeds. It's about how good. It's about how good you are.
What repent. And Buddhist is like your good deeds may lead to a good life in the next life. Like I said, it's the baseline. So the baseline is be a good person, and then the difference is in the books is what happens when you're a good person. So everybody has the same baseline. We just fight over the divisions. It's so weird. Man.
I'm reading this book right now, and I'm not a big reader, but I picked it up at the airport because I was bored.
I was supposed to say
that. But anyway, I was reading this book. But it had the coolest passage in there. The book is based on sci-fi, and it's based on time travel. And so you have a person. You have these 2 characters. One is from this day and time, and one is from 1830s, was a naval officer then. And they had become friends. And they were talking about the afterlife. You know, she was asking, do you believe in God? He goes, well, of course, don't you? He's like, well, he goes, I've read. He goes, you guys, believe that, that there's kind of like that there's not anything, that after you die it's just nothing, just nothing. That's kind of y'all's belief. And she goes, you believe there is something? He goes, yes. She goes, well, what is it? And he goes, why do I need a map to go to uncharted territory? And I love that. I'd never heard it put that way. In other words, what do you think heaven is? I don't know. But why do I need to know? Why do I need to even think about it? It's uncharted territory. You're talking about wanting a map to go to uncharted territory. There ain't no map.
And like I said, you just look at it and it's like, well, if I just do the baseline stuff, I pretty much match with everybody.
Yes.
So I'm not.
Yes.
Like personally, me, it's about the relationship. It's not about the traditions, because that's what people get messed up. It's the traditions. We'll believe something, but the tradition for that is something we don't agree with. So we're like, I don't want to do that. But if we just got rid of the tradition, we could all probably come together on the basis, right?
All right. Well, we as comedians, I mean, we all know. We live here. We live in the United States, where we can say, we teach it in our comedy class. How far can you go? We're in a comedy club where people are coming to see comedy, and we advertise a show as an uncensored show. What can you say? Anything, as long as it makes them laugh.
Yeah.
And when I say makes them, you don't know who's in the audience. In a comedy club, I go, there could be Christians, Buddhists, Muslims, every race, every type of sexual orientation. All that can be in one room of 150, 200 people. So when I say make them laugh, all of them,
literally
all of them, can you do that with whatever you say and not alienate people? Now, of course, there are comics that purposefully alienate people. They decide to do that, and I guess going to build an audience of just this group, But we're allowed to. We all know that there's places in this world where we would be in prison for that.
You can't do.
Oh,
even that. Like I had an argument with it. Like it was a philosophical argument of like, does free will really exist? Because if I show up to your comedy club and you tell me, Mike, you have the freedom to say whatever you want to say, that's honestly not up to you. It's up to the people I'm talking to. Because you can say I can say anything I want, then I say anything I want, and they're like, we're good, and then you don't hire me anymore.
Correct.
Even though you told me I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
So it's just it's this illusion of control that we all try to tackle, and it literally would be a better place if we all just admitted, I don't know, and I am not in control. So let's just live this life.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's instinctual.
It's weird to me,
you know.
man.
Well,
like, for example, I'm gonna tell you this. Like, just to go with what we was talking about earlier about just like the little idiosyncrasies that divide us, right?
Right.
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and in Cleveland, Ohio, we have a sandwich or a hot dog. It depends on what side you on, and it's called the Polish boy. Okay. And you cut in the middle down. The best one I had was cut down the middle, a piece of Texas toast, grilled, then coleslaw, all beef patty. Not patty, but like a hot dog, all beef rod of meat, and a little bit more coleslaw.
I like the way you put that, rod of meat.
French fries and barbecue sauce,
Gotcha.
right? Literally, and so this is a Cleveland thing. You can only get it in Cleveland,
okay? Right?
And well, actually, you can only get it in Cleveland and in Sarasota, Florida, because I found a place that only sells hot dogs. It's called Doggy Style. And he, since meeting me, he has put the Polish boy on his menu. It's called the Cleveland. So go get the Cleveland at Doggy Style.
Okay, I will.
So we all can agree that everybody in Cleveland loves this thing, loves that it's just ours. But we've literally had like street fights over the orientation. Like if you put, like there's some people that will like disembowel, like not want to be around you if you put coleslaw directly on the bread. Like it's just, so we love the sandwich, we love everything that go with it, but if you put the coleslaw on first,
but if you do it wrong,
not a part of this family.
So this is going somewhere different than I thought. I thought somebody might have a problem with the word Polish boy.
No,
no, they don't. No, Polish boy,
because we can't see them directly, so we don't care what they're going through. We can't see them directly, so nobody.
But do not put chili on a Polish boy.
The second Polish boys make themselves known to the public, that sandwich will be gone. That sandwich will be gone.
Well, there you go. Well, I think it's like you allow me to eat a Polish boy the way I want to eat a Polish boy, and then I will allow you to say, but you're not eating a Polish boy.
You're not eating right. That's a Polish boy, and I appreciate you, but that's the wrong way to do it.
Long way.
Which is so bizarre.
But you know what? As long as we're still living in a country where you can eat a Polish boy
that's
wrong.
Human nature.
Well, you can eat a Polish boy wrong and still be okay.
Or you can eat something and call it a Polish boy and nobody messes with you.
Yeah, nobody really messes with you. Like, they'll roll their eyes and shit. But
exactly.
Nobody will really fuck with you.
Exactly.
Then we're all okay.
Exactly.
Well, 100%. I think that's where we close this Sunday. So. Thank you, Mike.
No, man. Appreciate you, my brother.
That was fun.